you've got questions, guys, we've got answers for your relationship. We relationship coach Oliver Marcelle from Denali LLC, guys. We sat down and had a really candid conversation with him so you guys could benefit from it. Let's get into it. Tell us, what is the secret to your relationship? If you're in a healthy relationship, what is it that you do? What is the secret to your marriage? I like it.
The secret, I don't know if I could pinpoint one, but I'll say this. What we're learning to be is intentional. And intentional in a lot of areas. So listen, I said we've been married 21 years. In 2020, which was year 20 for us, obviously, the world flipped upside down for everybody, right? And we learned something about ourselves. Yeah, we learned during that period of time that we were not being as intentional about building intimacy on all levels as we probably should have been. And we just didn't recognize it because pre-COVID and kind of shutting down and now being in the house all day long, we had our schedules, we had our routines, we were doing things, we thinking we're moving and shaking and we're going through our days and that kind of thing. And then once it kind of just was like to a halt, we were looking at each other like, oh, wow, okay, so we probably aren't as intentional as we thought. And so I think for us now, man, and it just goes to show you how you go through stages of this journey and you're still able to learn. So that's a lesson in and of itself, that you don't arrive, right? Somebody, just to dive a little bit off topic, but it's going to take me back where I'm going.
That's cool.
Somebody told us once that many people liken marriage to reaching the pinnacle of Mount Everest. And what he told us was, it's literally you just pulling up to base camp. So if you think about the journey from just pulling up to base camp to potentially reaching that mountain is horrendous, right? Mm-hmm. So you can still learn as you go. And I think one thing that we've learned and are trying our best to implement is being intentional about building intimacy in all areas, not just in the bedroom, but emotionally, spiritually, experientially, intellectually, emotionally, just in all areas, right? And so that's one thing I think, I don't know if it's the secret, but it is one secret that has been good for us. And I think the other thing is, at least for us, since we're talking about my marriage specifically, my marriage, I had to change my mindset as it relates to what I was in this for. Full transparency, I got into it for selfish reasons and then realized that that's not what it's about. I'm supposed to be serving my spouse. I'm supposed to be learning her. I'm supposed to be identifying her most important emotional needs. And I'm supposed to be going about the task of meeting those needs consistently. She doing the same for me. And once we started that cyclical process, I could maybe say that that's a major part of the secret. Things changed after that happened.
I know that's something that Sarah and I have been working on in our marriage is we got really bad after the kids were born, predominantly my fault of just not making time for us. Not like we just started re-implementing date night in this last 6 months or so into our relationship. Yeah, my oldest daughter is 9.5, and we just started re-implementing like going out and having just date night for the two of us to go out and connect and just touch base and be synced up together. And it's something that is drastically like immediately we could tell it's like this has been missing.
Yeah.
I hope that was as helpful for you as it was for me and my wife. And guys, if you're interested in more, check out this video next, and we'll see you on the next one.